Hey, what's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, and today we're checking out the Going Gear EDC Club Premium subscription for November of 2023. Two tiers to this subscription. The standard, which is $60 a month, that gets you 2 to 5 EDC items each month. And then we have the premium. The premium's $200 a month or $140 more than that standard, but you do get everything in the standard box as well as 1 to 2 additional premium EDC items. So we get the premium, but we're gonna start out as usual with the standard box. Already have everything unboxed and ready to look at as usual. So our first item, starting with the least expensive, is the Night Eyes Radiant. And so this is listed at $12, basically an LED glow stick that's rechargeable. And so pretty cool little item. Your first mode is gonna be this disco mode that just cycles through the different colors, or you can click into different constant on in one color modes. And so this is going to last about 8.5 hours. Feels like a throw-in item similar to last month's Night Eyes item, to be honest, because they promise to give you 2 to 5 EDC items in that standard box, and the main item in this box already hits our value. So it does feel like a little bit of the throw-in, but I'm much happier with this one than last month's throw-in in terms of just a usable item and a fun item. You know, this is basically a mini lightsaber if you have kids. I know, because I'm basically a child at heart. And then it has its applications as well. If you're going hiking, you want to clip this to your pack, kind of act as a follow the leader, be easy to identify. This is going to last for 8.5 hours on an hour and 15-minute charge, and really easy to see in the dark. You can also throw this in your glove box, for example. If you're pulled off to the side of the road, you need to flag someone down. I know it doesn't look super vibrant in this highlight environment, but in the dark, this is a very bright light, gonna get some attention and really concentrated into this beam, so you're not blinding anyone or anything like that, but you can easily flag someone down, use this as a traffic wand or whatever makes sense. So for $12, have no problem seeing that in the box. You can see I got gray with the matching carabiner. They do come with that S carabiner, which they also sell separately, and I like these little carabiners a lot. So not sure if they're gonna have other colors or if they're all gonna be gray, but the one I got was gray at least. Now for our only other item in the standard box, kind of similar to last month where this is taking the entire value of that box, we have the Ved Raccoon, and this is a Going Gear exclusive version listed at $80. So the total for this box goes up to $92 for that standard, and really cool exclusive. The handle material on this, I'm just going to read directly from the letter, says we used Raffir Noble composite handles that are semi-transparent, have a 3-dimensional pattern with unique character. So really cool looking, and kind of reminds me of like Kieranite or something like that. It does have a little bit of texture here, but it's not a super grippy material. Feels really lightweight. I have no idea what the kind of durability of this material is, but I like the look of it quite a bit. So excited to see this in the box for sure. We do not have the Going Gear exclusive logo that we see on a lot of their exclusive knives, so just branded under Ved. You can see Nitro V on the steel. We have a 3.25-inch drop point blade, and this is a button lock. Now, we've seen the Ved Raccoon on the channel before. Seamus had sent his in for me to check out, and so really appreciative of him for sending that in. Really liked this model when I had it, so excited to have one in my collection myself. And this is a really cool version. I'm happy with this. I haven't seen this Raffir Noble composite handles before, but definitely going to be on the lookout for them. Not sure if they're all going to be the same color. You can see mine's got a lot of silvers, blacks, a little bit of brown, almost like a tortoise shell look. And they are definitely transparent, but not extremely so. You have to catch them in the right light. I know when I flip it to the back, the most prominent thing that I can see is the reverse of that button lock. And so not sure how well that'll pick up on camera, but really cool looking material, and happy with this one. The action on it is very, very nice. They have it very dialed in, thumb stud deployment. You can also, of course, just use that button lock to flick it out, and feels really good in hand. We have the reversible pocket clip with that plug on the show side, so you don't have that just random gap in there. Lanyard hole. Really cool knife. 3.25-inch drop point blade. I think I already mentioned the steel on there. It's Nitro V. That's rounding out our standard box, so value of $92. We do have an unlisted sticker, of course, and they've been doing this with their exclusive. Really like that. It's just kind of a nice touch. Obviously not adding anything value-wise, but nice touch. So we have the raccoon sticker holding what I assume to be 2 Ved Raccoons. And if you take a look at his tie, he has a Going Gear tie on. And so really cool looking sticker. Really appreciate that, obviously. Now moving moving on to our premium item, only one item for the premium box this month, which is pretty typical, to be honest. Usually you get one premium item. Every once in a while there's an exception, but for the most part they're trying to give you a high value item that you're going to be excited about in that premium. And so this month we have the Knife Kolx. Not 100% sure if that's how you pronounce it. I don't follow Weed that closely just because they put out so many models, but every once in a while those models will certain models will float to the top, and this definitely seems like that could be one of them. Really clean design on this one. We have this valued at $216.75, so that brings our total box up to $308.75. So not exactly where we were last month, but that's almost impossible to top. Obviously that was our highest value month ever, so gonna be hard to top, but we still got a nice 150% of what we paid here. This is 20 CV on the blade, so really nice steel there. We have the titanium DLC coated handles with a nice little stone wash on them, some bronzed hardware that looks really, really good, and another button lock, which is interesting. Drop point blade, it says about just under 3 inches. And we have a couple different deployment options. So we have that thumb stud, which feels very good. The detent is almost perfect for that thumb stud. Feels excellent. And then we have the flipper tab, which does feel a little bit redundant, and I would almost prefer it didn't have it, to be honest, because it's hard to dial in the action to be perfect for both. And so I really like the action on the thumb studs and feel like it's a little bit lacking on the flipper. Obviously no failure or anything there, but it just feels a little bit more ideal to thumb flick this one to me personally, but that's going to be everyone's preference. This is a smaller knife, but I'm still able to get a full 4-finger grip. One thing I'll note on this one is I'm getting a little bit of button stick, which I don't necessarily hold against it. You get that with a lot of button locks. No company is immune from it, and hopefully that'll wear in over time. If not, we can just disassemble this, see if there's anything we can do there, but not super concerned just right off the bat. But you may hear that when I'm pushing that button. There's a little bit of a stick to it, and you can an audible sound that goes along with that. And so like I said, not super concerned, but something to be aware of. Now I have had previous Civivi button locks, so a lot of their really early ones, first models that they released, and wasn't as impressed with those. I mean, they were fine, but nowhere near the level of like Kaiser's or Protex or any of the other button locks, even Bastide here. But this one feels very, very good outside of that button stick, so definitely feels like they've stepped up their game since I've last taken a look at them. But excited to see this one in there. And again, we have about a $308.75 value, so really nice value for dollar value this month, but also really like the items. One thing that I always think about when I get these is it seems weird to me that they put similar knives in the standard and premium box, because it automatically gets you comparing them to each other. In this case, I think they're both really solid, so I don't necessarily have a problem with it, but it does seem like I would rather have a little bit more variety. If we're going to get a button lock in one, throw a frame lock in the other one, or a fixed blade, or really anything else, so you get a little bit more variety. We have 2 button locks that are both drop points, but really, really good knives in both cases. I think I would just be a little bit more excited with some variety, but overall I think another really solid box. Going Gear's been killing it lately, and I think they killed it with this one. So let me know what you think down in the comments below, what your favorite items are, and what you think about them having kind of similar items in the standard premium. Do you like that? Does it feel like, you know, you get a good chance to compare 2 similar knives, or would you prefer just a little bit more variety in these type of boxes? But thanks so much for watching either way. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting that notification button. And as always, I hope you have a great one. Take care.